Day 19. Another day in the life, in this process. So, I want to talk about something that happened before in my life. How I received a large sum of money that I inherited from my relative uh, through his will when he died. And and when I saw that I was probably going to get some money, I spent a lot of time reading books and studying about um, managing your money and investing, habits of millionaires and this and that. And I did learn a lot, and it was actually very helpful. But one thing that I didn't realize at that time was how you can have this intellectual knowledge or understanding of how to do something, but if your beliefs are in conflict with that conceptual system that you've been studying, you're you're not going to apply it, or it's not going to work well for you. More specifically in my case, I I had the belief, according to my story, I was not somebody who had lots of money and manages it well. And so suddenly stepping into this place where now I did have a lot of money, it didn't fit within that story of my old self. And it actually, it was very difficult to deal with this initially. Mm. It often made me feel very uncomfortable that I had this. I didn't know what I was supposed to do, that it might not be safe, that I could lose it all at any moment. All these thoughts about having the money that I never really experienced before because I didn't have that. And so because I didn't know what to do, I I felt like I needed to protect the money somehow and do something with it where I wouldn't be able to access it, but that I'd be able to somehow get it later in life if I needed to. So that's why I wanted to buy some land and build a house in Thailand with my wife, because I can't own real estate as a foreigner. So putting it in her name was kind of one way of of keeping my hands off of it. I was like, I didn't want to be responsible for this. I felt like I didn't know how. So instead, I handed it over to somebody else who has shown that she's not very responsible with money either. Isn't that funny? But it's still safe. The land is still there. She's got it. We've stalled the progress on building our house because not having enough money. And I actually didn't even know this was happening at the time, but now I can look back and really see my motivations for doing this. That it was kind of like a way to try and protect myself, basically. And now that I've been doing this meditation, I'm getting deeper to these ideas of, how I'm not good enough to manage money, how I'm not good enough to have lots of money, and watching these beliefs start to fall off, and be replaced with stronger beliefs that I'm open to receiving, that I am somebody who manages money effectively, that money comes to me easily. It's funny because people talk about, how hard it is to make money. It's money doesn't grow on trees, or you got to work hard or whatever it might be. And No, I get it. You do have to do something to get money, but it's actually it actually doesn't need to be so difficult. Creating money can be easy, but it seems difficult because we're not in alignment with ourselves. We're making money because we think we need to, because we value the money more than we value our time. But the as I put a bigger value on my time by doing the meditation before everything else, saying this is my priority, before I do anything else in my day, this is what I want to do because I am important. The pathways to financial freedom begin to open up. And it's funny because, like, I know in the US, a lot of people don't really like to talk about money. They don't want to tell other people how much they make, especially not, in their own job. It's not appropriate to discuss your salary with coworkers. Mm, and people think that you're too focused on making money, you're greedy, this and that. So we don't want to talk about money, or we try and tell ourselves that money's not that important. And what do we do anyways? We devote our time to working in jobs that we don't like because we need the money. And I'm not saying that everybody hates their job. Some people could be moderately or even very satisfied with what they're doing. But if you ask them, what is your dream? If you could be doing anything, I guarantee over 90% of the people in the US, their answer is not going to be what their current job is. So, as I connect to myself more, really it's sinking in. I've talked about this for a long time. I had it in my head. I was talking about this 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I started to get a little taste of what that's actually like, but it was too much all at once, and I didn't know what to do, so I needed to start over. So here I am in China, starting over. And that's amazing because this is the best restart of my whole freaking life. Day 19. I only know because I started on July 1st. I just gotta look at calendar and yeah, okay. See you next time.